Former President Donald Trump took the stage in Aurora, Colorado on Friday for a rally focusing on immigration after the Republican presidential candidate falsely characterized the city as a war zone, claims which top officials there refute.
As we speak, heavily armed Venezuelan gangs are taking over entire apartment buildings and apartment complexes in Aurora, Colorado, terrorizing the residents. They're taking over. The old days, you had to pay to buy that building. They just take it over. Oh, the people are living in such fear that they left.
The comments came after this security camera video went viral, showing men with guns at an apartment building there where many migrants from Venezuela live. Aurora's Republican mayor initially repeated the takeover claims, but said in a statement ahead of the rally that, quote, concerns about Venezuelan gang activity have been grossly exaggerated, and welcomed Trump to tour the city. Residents like Jesus, who is from Venezuela and didn't want to share his last name or let us show him on camera, say they are living in fear.
A lot of us are scared because Trump says the first to be deported will be the Venezuelans, understand?
V. Reeves is a community organizer.
They're pretty disheartened. They feel betrayed. They feel as though they're here striving so hard to be a part of our society, to contribute in so many ways and bring the skills that they have and show value to the community. And it's really hard for them to see that their country of origin and that images of them as tenants are being juxtaposed against images of gang members and people that they do not know, that they're not affiliated with. And to consistently be questioned is very difficult.
The dispute over gang activity in Aurora stems from an effort by the city to force the owner of several apartment complexes to address repairs, trash, pet infestations, and other complaints. A public relations firm hired by the landlord said in early August that gang members had taken over the properties and that workers could not safely enter them, according to documents obtained by Reuters. The landlord did not respond to requests for comment.
Boeing plans to cut 17,000 jobs, or 10% of its global workforce, and record $5 billion in losses in the third quarter, as the U.S. plane maker continues to spiral during a month-long strike. In a message to employees, Boeing CEO Kelly Ortberg said downsizing was necessary to align with its financial reality.
Strike! Strike! Strike!
It comes after production of the 737 MAX, 767, and 777 jets halted due to the ongoing strike by 33,000 U.S. West Coast workers. Reaching a deal to end the work stoppage is critical for Boeing. On Wednesday, it filed an unfair labor practice charge with the National Labor Relations Board, accusing the Machinists Union of failing to bargain in good faith. The International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, which represents striking workers, described Boeing's claims as groundless. Ratings agency S&P estimated the strike is costing Boeing $1 billion a month, and it risks losing its prized investment-grade credit rating. Boeing also notified customers that it expects first delivery of its 777X to be in 2026 due to challenges in development, the flight test pause, and the work stoppage. Even before the strike began on September 13th, the company was burning cash as it struggled to recover from a January mid-air panel blowout on a new plane that exposed weak safety protocols and spurred U.S. regulators to curb its production. On Friday, Boeing faced a Texas court hearing with a judge who will decide whether to accept the plane maker's offer to plead guilty to fraud under a deal with the Justice Department. Boeing has agreed to pay up to a $487.2 million fine, spend at least $455 million on improving safety, and face 3 years of court-supervised probation and independent oversight.
China pledged on Saturday to significantly increase debt in a push to revive its sputtering economy. But it left investors guessing on the overall size of the stimulus package, a vital detail to gauge the longevity of its recent stock market rally. At a news conference, Finance Minister Lan Fo-an announced a series of measures, including helping local governments tackle their debt problems by issuing bonds. The ministry also said it would replenish state banks' capital, support the property market, and offer subsidies to people with low incomes. These are all steps investors have been urging Beijing to take as the world's second-largest economy struggles to overcome deflationary pressures and lift consumer confidence amid a sharp property market downturn. But Lan's omission of a dollar figure for the package is set to prolong investors' nervous wait for a clearer policy roadmap. That's not going to come until the next meeting of China's rubber-stamp legislature, which approves extra debt issuance. A date for the meeting has yet to be announced, but it's expected in the coming weeks. A wide range of economic data in recent months has missed forecasts. It's raised concerns among economists and investors that the government's roughly 5% growth target this year was at risk, and that a longer-term structural slowdown could be in play. Data for September, to be released over the coming week, is expected to show further weakness, though Beijing leaders pledged last month to use necessary fiscal spending to meet the 2024 target. Policymakers also rolled out aggressive stimulus measures that pushed Chinese stocks to two-year highs before retreating as nerves set in given the absence of further policy details from officials.
Democratic presidential nominee Vice President Kamala Harris released a letter from her doctor on Saturday, pronouncing her to be in good health and fit for the Oval Office. According to a Harris aide, the move was made to draw attention to Republican nominee Donald Trump's refusal to release his medical report.
And it's just a further example of his lack of transparency.
Harris spoke to reporters before boarding a plane to North Carolina.
And it is clear to me that he and his team do not want the American people to really see what it is that he is doing and whether or not he actually is fit to do the job of being President of the United States.
In a memo distributed by the White House, Harris's doctor said her last physical exam in April was unremarkable and that she maintains an active lifestyle and a healthy diet. It noted she suffers from seasonal allergies and sporadic hives which have been well managed with medications and antihistamine treatment. In a statement, Trump's campaign communications director said that Trump has voluntarily released updates from his personal physician, as well as detailed reports from the medical doctor who treated him after the first assassination attempt. In 2018, when Trump was in office, a White House doctor said he was in overall excellent health, but needed to lose weight and start a daily exercise routine. The Harris campaign is eager to highlight the former president's age of 78, since he became the oldest candidate after 81-year-old President Joe Biden stepped aside from the race. The campaign hopes contrasting Harris's comparative youth and mental acuity with Trump's advanced age and tendency to meander will convince undecided voters that she is more fit for office.